Okay, so I had my head down. I was recording. I had my head down and I was recording. And I walked over like an extra block. I ended up walking over an extra block. Um, when I came down, normally the street that I take when I come from Dollar General, that's where I'm coming from. I go straight down into the street that dead ends into the library. Suddenly, I'm on Beardsley and Cypress. Okay, so this is Cypress. Now I know. I had to think because Beardsley is like literally way at the other end near Dollar General on Brown. So, you know that there's a house they always say that I'm at over here. I got to here before I seen this, obviously. So I didn't even know where I was. I just know how to get where I'm going. Now I wonder where this house is. Hold on. Right now I'm by 419. So I literally just passed the place that they claim that I be at. I'm gonna kill these motherfuckers. Not these folks. I'm talking about the government. So apparently it's like, I guess I didn't pass it. Maybe it's a little bit further up. But when it shows up on the map, it always shows like it's literally like not far from the library. It always pinpoints it about in this area that I'm in right now. So you'd imagine 431 and 377 is 377 Cypress. I'm pretty sure is where it normally claims that I am. 27. Hold up, it's the opposite way. Hold on. But anyhow, killing the government kills these folks too, so you'll find your way to see it as a threat. I know you ain't got no motherfucking business being gang stalking. That's an agent acting like he ain't up to nothing. So literally right after I cross the street, here's 377. And there's actually someone that lives here. I see a car in the back. When I was pulling it up online, it was showing as being up for sale. So I don't know if someone just bought it. I guarantee, look, truth be told, it's probably one of the gang stalkers that shows up at the library on the regular. But what I found too is sometimes, as soon as I caught on that they were using the neighbors' addresses, like saying that I was there, and they got rid of a lot of that information, like they began to use, they like designate a place that didn't exist anymore. So apparently there used to be something like a 1156 Grant Street, but now there's nothing there. So that's the location that literally all of them use. All the agents in the area use that same location. So literally every picture, every video I take comes up as that. When I'm obviously like sitting in the bedroom of my apartment, the living room of my apartment, the porch of my apartment, the hallway of my apartment. Like for a while there, unless I edit it, you know how sometimes I write on a photo, they would register that as me, so then the address show up. It show up as 315 Upland Avenue. But other than that, and even more recently here, when I do that, it's not showing. It keeps the same address. So you can imagine how all my efforts are being applied to a different identity. All my efforts are being applied to a different identity. So they're telling someone else that such and such works her ass off. You know, we think she needs this. And of course, a lot of curses come along with that. And I was in the process of pulling that information from my planner and creating a spreadsheet similar to the one that I created for where I go when the stock went up on it, you know, and they've taken it before and surprisingly put it back. So I ended up putting it in storage. And let me elaborate. When something like that happens, if my destination for that planner was storage and it never made it there, they put it back for that reason, because they know that's where I'm going to end up taking it and putting it anyway. So, it's the handicap guy coming from the library, leaving before I get there. But that's the gang stalker that they normally use his identity to suggest that I'm with relatives and stuff, occasionally the neighbors, and sometimes they'll disappear for a long time after I do or say something to them, and then they'll resurface after they think, after they're plain misinformed. You know, they're putting themselves under these type of suggestions. You know, like, it would be like me saying, you know, I used to go to the library that's literally right here. And then me walking with some, having a conversation and being like, yeah, you know, I don't know if there's a library around here. And it's one right there. And I'm informed I know there's one right there. That's not a good example, but you get the point. So anyhow, like I was saying, if the destination was storage for that planner, they put it back to capture footage of me taking and putting it in storage. That's how they disassociate themselves with the attack.